Hey Facebook, how are you tonight on this fantastic Monday? I hope everyone's week is off to a great start. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Sarah. I am an exercise physiologist and nutritionist, but I specialize in helping people find their healthy balance between exercise, nutrition, and time with their family. So, for everyone that is watching on replay, watching live, thank you. Regardless, if you're watching on replay, you know I like to see my hashtag replay or hashtag after party. Now, by the title here, this is a very, very hot topic, and I don't want to say hot, but touchy. Everyone talks about it. Everyone puts their 2 cents in on bullying. What is considered bullying? Like if someone's mean, someone isn't getting along, like they just term it as bullying. And I get it. Like I know that people think that too many people are a little bit too sensitive to this subject, but I want to shed a little bit of light on what I know, what I have recently experienced. So anyone that's watching live or on the replay, if you yourself have experienced what you find as bullying, drop a 1 in the comments. Everyone, this is truth right here. Just drop some 1s if you feel like at some point in your life, whether you were a child, you were middle-aged, you're in your 50s now, if you feel that you have been bullied, drop a 1 in the comments, because I can drop a lot of 1s, especially a few days ago, right? So I'm not going to get into full details, but something happened on my Instagram, and I posted something that I thought would be motivating to women and men too, I guess. And thank you, Chris, for dropping that one. So I posted and I received a comment that was not so nice, right? So, like good friends are and clients of mine, they started, backing me up, started telling this girl like, hey, do you even know who she is? And I don't know if this was a legit person, but she claimed to know everything about my life, and she did not have good things to say about me. And she was just blowing up my IG comments, and she decided at some point to take them down. Now, was I hurt at first? At first I was kind of like, this is a little funny. This girl has no clue who I am. And then, you're only human by feeling a little bit like, all right, like, who is she? What did I do to her? I want everyone to like me. But ultimately, she was a big bully, okay? I think it was bullying because she just kept going on and on and on. She was dropping the laughing, crying emojis and saying just not nice things. So anyhow, it got me thinking about the fact that I'm a little bit older. I have a little bit more confidence because I put my stuff out there on social media. So I have to realize that I'm going to take a beating from time to time by people that just don't like me or are bullies or for whatever reason, they just don't care for me. So I can take it, like I'm strong enough, I can just kind of brush it off. I might feel a little bit like down for a couple hours and then I can move on. But I had a conversation with a client of mine earlier today and she was like, Sarah, the amount of suicides amongst the youth, but like specifically young girls from cyberbullying is out of control. So if you guys know any statistics, like drop them in the comments because I really feel this topic may not be discussed enough. And it's crazy because every year 4,400 suicides take the lives, or does that even make sense? There are 4,400 suicides amongst high school kids every year. So those are successful suicides. And I hate to say the word successful, but they do not survive the suicide attempt. Not only that, but for every one suicide that is successful, there are 100 attempts. So that is 440,000 suicide attempts every single year. They say the majority of them come from bullying, but specifically cyberbullying. Now, why people feel the need to like hide behind their computer or their cell phone and just hate. Well, I know the reason. Ultimately, it has nothing to do with who they're hating on. And I hope everyone watching realizes that when people are mean to you, when people are taking their crap out on you, that's exactly what it is. It's their crap. It's what's going on in their lives. It's what they're struggling with. the inner demons that they have, whatever is going on in their world that they are not happy about, they're taking it out on every single other person because that's all they know how to control, right? They can't control what they don't like about themselves and what's going on in their life. So they are trying to degrade, demean, just tear down whoever they can. So as long as you guys can understand that, and as an adult, I try to get myself in check when people aren't being nice to me or people are bullying me. I'm like, you know what? That's on them. So I need to be strong enough to realize I didn't do anything wrong and I am who I am. I'm going to keep rolling with the punches. I'm going to keep living my life and move on. But I wanted to come on here and talk about parenting. Now, because I see it all the time, how closely my daughter mimics every single thing I do. I mean, all the way down to I wear a hair tie on my wrist and I use those to tie up my cabinets, and she takes them off and she puts it around her wrist and she walks around. And same thing, you guys have seen me post videos of her doing squats and her doing push-ups. She sees my clients doing it, she sees mommy doing it, she's doing it, right? So what do we think as adults? I don't care how much hatred or dislike you have for someone, whether it's your spouse, your ex-spouse, your friend, your ex-friend, your coworkers, your boss. I don't care what it is. When the child hears their parent talking, they listen. They hear, they repeat these terrible behaviors. Bad habits repeat. And it is so true. Because if they see mommy and daddy talking smack about Joe Schmo, then they're going to think that that's okay to talk poorly about someone, and they're not going to think twice about it. So not only are they going to be mean to the people behind their backs, but they're going to think it's okay to talk crap to them or hide behind their tablets or their cell phones and type and hate. Because you know what? Mommy and daddy do it. So whatever, it is what it is. It's just part of life. So I really want everyone to just realize you have to understand everything that you choose to say, every decision you make is being watched by your child, probably going to be mimicked later on in life, and it's just going to keep going and going and going. So why don't we start spreading some love and drop some hearts? If you guys agree with me, drop as many hearts in the comments. Give me some love. Give me some love because I need some love because I was beaten down on my IG, gosh darn it, and I had some good, close friends of mine that were just pouring out their love for me, and it really, really, really made me really, really happy. And I don't want to get emotional. This is live, folks. I gotta get it to keep it together. But yeah, it's just Kelly's in the house. Kelly was one of my ride or dies, I like to call it. She was my ride or die. The two Kellys. And that's what I'm talking about. And that's what we need. We need to back each other up. So if your child, we got to teach our kids, you will be bullied at some point in life. So will your friends. You need to have a tribe, a troop, whatever you want to call it, of strong people behind you that are going to stand up for you and just back this bully into a corner, right? Shut them down. No one cares what you have to say. Keep your hate to yourself. Who cares? But a lot of people, I think it's 160,000 kids actually stay home every single day from school because of bullying. That is outrageous. That is outrageous. So, and Kelly inspired me to do this because she was like, girl, these freaking bullies are no joke and I cannot take it any longer. So she stood her ground for me, and now I'm on here for her because we got to talk about this, right? Back it up for the nieces and nephews. That's right. Ryan, you need to come next time. And y'all, side note, if you didn't watch my Insta stories or my Facebook stories from earlier today in my gym, I had 4 children under the age of 10 and their mother tearing it up in the garage. And again, they repeat the habits of their parents. So instead of sitting there all day on the couch, eating bonbons, whatever people eat. My girl Drew brought her kids to the gym and she worked out. So what did they want to do? They wanted to work out too. What do you know? Because kids like to repeat habits, right? All right, so that is all I have to say. But if you guys agree, drop some love, drop some hearts. Share this if you feel that people need to hear about bullying. I'm actually getting involved in an anti-bullying campaign, and it's not because of this. This actually happened like 3 days before my incident. So it's funny how timing, everything kind of like comes together. But yeah, so it's just something that needs to be talked about, and you need to talk about it to your kids and just let them know that you're there for them. And definitely talk to your kids. That's the main thing, because the more I'm reading up on this, after bad things happen, it's like they had no clue that for years their kids were being cyberbullied. And fortunately for me, I'm 35, so we never had social media growing up. We didn't have the internet to where we would go home after school and practice, and we would get on social media, and then we had more chances to be made fun of or ridiculed or whatever it is. If we were made fun of, it was at work, it was at school, or it was at practice, and that's it. There wasn't the chance to go home and then have to deal with it. So unfortunately, the younger generation has to deal with it at school, and then every second of the day that they're on their tablets or their cell phones when they're at home. So just spread love. When you're talking to your significant other, your friends, around your kids, talk positivity and love. I know that life isn't rainbows and sunshine all the time, but at least keep those conversations away from the kiddos. And so, they learn the good habits before the bad, because we know that it can go down, down, down very, very quickly, and we want to stop it, okay? Stop the hate. So that's all I have to say. Drop some love in the comments. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great week.